Hey guys, this is Katie with Vintage and Vinyl. I'm sorry I forgot to create a StreamYard link, so it wasn't pre-set up on YouTube. For some reason that escaped me. I was so busy getting the video together for today that I didn't even think about that. So for all of you guys that didn't get a notification, that is my fault. I am so sorry, but I am glad to be live now, and I hope I'll get some comments here in just a second. I'm going to get adjusted. And I'm so glad that you guys have been enjoying this cook with me recipe that I did this morning because it was really fun to put together. Hi, Carrie. KCATX is here. And Kim, hello, hello. And Side Street Market, Christine. Thank you guys so much for joining. And I see Marlene is here. Hello, Marlene. And Teresa and Sue Golembeski. And my friend Chastity's in the chat. Hi, Chastity. Have you come to watch me suffer tonight as I eat this 1950s Jell-O mold? Yes, and Louie is here. You can hear Louie barking in the background. Hello, Nicole at Nesting Haven. And Our Vagabond Travels. That's Debbie. Hi, Debbie. Everybody, guys, please go check out Debbie's channel. She's just starting here on YouTube, and she has a fabulous YouTube channel, and she's going to be doing some haul videos, and she's going to check in at the different thrift stores and tourists around. So please go subscribe to her and make sure you give her first video some love. Hello, Oh My Vintage, Kim. Yes, Louie's here. And this is the Jell-O Day. Cheryl Ross. Hi, thank you so much for joining. It is. And Tia Fain, hello, Tia Fain. Thank you for jumping in the chat. And Carrie Owen saying, hello, everybody. I survived Algebra 1. Yay. Well, better than me because I am so terrible at math. That's not my strong suit. And I see Lynn Hampton is in the chat. And hello, hello to anybody I miss. You've been waiting all day for this, Carrie? Oh, that's so fun. Me too. I've really been excited about this, but also dreading it slightly because I just don't think that this looks very good. Hi, Abby. Thanks so much for joining us, Cozy Curated Cottage. How's that bunny of yours doing? He is so adorable. And Angela Marksberry's in the chat. Angela is awesome. She makes a calendar every week so we can keep up with what's happening here on YouTube. And she is awesome. She works really hard on that. So we all want to go subscribe to Angela's channel and also check her out on Instagram, especially if you want to see the calendar and keep up with what's going on in the YouTube community because it's lots of fun. Hi, Nate. Hello. Yes. Nate, I love your new name. I think that's fun. Soulmate. I like it. It definitely is very fitting. And hello, Victoria H. Oh, Abby's saying he's an absolute menace. Tell Louie hello. I sure will. Has he chewed the computer wires yet? Because we had a bunny when I was in kindergarten. It was the class bunny, and he got loose one night and chewed all of the computer wires in the classroom and then ended up biting a kid, and they had to donate him to the zoo because the bunny had some trouble. I think his name was just Bunny. Carrie saying, told me your bunny was going to chew my face off. Oh, no. Sorry, Carrie. Yeah. Hello, Lori. Blue Flamingo Mercantile is here. And so many great people in the chat. I'm sorry if I'm missing your comment. The YouTube chat has been very weird lately in that it freezes and then puts a whole bunch of chat up at once. And if you were on Misty sale today, you know that that was happening really badly to a lot of people. And I just want to say, Cheryl Hoskins, if you are watching, I don't know if you even watch my channel or not, but Cheryl did the most amazing thing today for me. And I was in Misty's sale, and as you know, she had an aluminum Christmas tree for sale, which everyone and their brother wanted. But that's something that I have always wanted to own, is an aluminum Christmas tree. I have been on the lookout for those for a really long time. And it is just extremely hard to find vintage Christmas here. And so I was on Misty's sale, and I was having the chat freezing, and I just thought, oh no, the worst day for this to happen to me is when I really want something from a sale. And I knew I was going to try to get that aluminum Christmas tree. And I was trying and trying and trying. And at the end, Carrie, who was keeping track, KCATX, said, "Oh, Cheryl Hoskins got the tree," and had just beat me out. And I was really disappointed, but I knew, she had won it fair and square. And then lo and behold, she decides to give me the tree and say, "Nope, Katie can get it at that price." And I was like blown away, you guys. I could not believe it. It made me a little emotional because I had never had one. And the fact that it was coming from Misty in her store, makes it even more special. So it's not just any old aluminum Christmas tree. And I could not believe it. So Cheryl, if you are watching this or see this back, thank you. You are just the nicest person. Thank you for doing that. I just love how kind and caring and wonderful our community is. I mean, that just goes to show you people are just really, really nice. And I just can't believe that someone did that. So thank you, Cheryl. Carrie, yes, it broke my heart when I saw you put the amount in after I put stop. I know I was trying to be one of those snipers and come in at the last second, and beat everybody out, and I didn't, but Cheryl was so nice, and I've been celebrating all afternoon since then. I've just been extremely happy. It made my day. Yes, that was so lovely. I'm really going to enjoy my new tree. Oh, Vintage Cat and Paws. Gretchen is here. Hi, Gretchen. Thanks so much for joining. And we have Charlotte. Hello, Charlotte. What time is it there in England? I'm curious. And Nancy's here from This Overstuffed House. Yes, it really was so nice of Cheryl to let me have that tree. I really couldn't believe it. It was amazing. It was so nice of her. Hello, Daisy. Thanks so much for joining. And Debbie is here. I think, Debbie, I already did say hello to you. Yes, it really was, Jamie. It was just the nicest thing. Jane from Doggone Happy Vintage and Antique, she's got a great sale on Fridays at 1 o'clock. Hi, Trisha. Thanks so much for joining. Yes, thank you. That was a big day for me. I finally get an aluminum Christmas tree, and all my shiny brights are going to look great on it. And I will be doing a Decorate With Me series, so you guys can follow me as I decorate the tree with all of my vintage Christmas. So that's going to be fun. Hi, Dana. Thanks so much for joining. And Trisha, I just wanted to say I am sorry. I accidentally left you off of my list of all the sales happening today, and I feel terrible about that. I never would do that intentionally. It's just that there was so much going on that I forgot to add you to the list. So again, sorry about that. I did not intentionally leave you out. And I did try to go back and put another story in later saying that you were having a sale. So sorry about that. I will be a little bit more meticulous next time I do that. So please forgive me on that. Yes, make sure Louie doesn't scarf it down. Yeah, it's going to be high on a table. That is for sure. She won't be able to get it at all. Believe me, I'm going to be protecting it. I keep saying it very often that this community is the best. It is Victoria H. We just have the nicest group of people. I love how everybody checks up on each other in the chats. If they know someone's going through something, they always will message them on Instagram and make sure they're doing okay. And I just feel the love from all of you guys and everybody else that I've met in this community. I mean, it's just amazing how kind and wonderful everybody is. It's so great. And Beth is here. Hi, Beth. Carolina Sweet Treats and Pretties. And Jamie said, I think what Misty said is true. Everyone is feeling extra generous and giving this year because it's been such a horrible year for everybody. Yes, Jamie, it really has been. And of course, it's good to pay it forward. Frenchie Mom is here. I love that we were talking about Frenchies the other day, Frenchie Mom. That is really fun. It's so neat that you have a pug too. Popping in for a minute. Hi, Melody. Thanks so much for joining. That's awesome that you're here. And Nate with a new name. Hello. Yes, Nate has a new fancy name, and I like it. Chicago Lady is here. Hello, Chicago Lady. And how many mystery boxes have you received? Yes, that's a very good question, Kim. For all of you guys that don't know, Kim did win the Epic Mystery Box Prize. She's been having a lot of luck lately, and she received the Mystery Box Prize from Patrick, his big one more dachshund rescue fundraiser. And so she won over 30 something mystery boxes, which is amazing. So Kim's saying that she has received 4 boxes so far, only 31 to go. That is amazing, Kim. I'm glad that you said you bought a lottery ticket, because you definitely have got some luck following you. And then I think you won something on Pamela's sale too. So that's just wild, Kim. You're doing really great. I sent my box out to you already, so hopefully you'll get that soon. Hi, Pamela Blanchard. Thanks so much for joining. We love Miss Pam. And of course, lots of other great people in the chat. Kendra Joe is here tonight. And CJ Bailey, finding this community is one of the few good things this year. Yes, I agree with that, CJ Bailey. This has made my year 10 times better, especially having to be stuck inside so long. I feel like I've actually gotten real human conversation with really wonderful people every day. So I love that. And Soul Nate, like soulmate. Oh, that's so clever, Nate. I love it. My husband had a nightmare a couple of nights ago about a tsunami hitting here in the beach in California. It sounds like, oh, great, 2020. Well, that's been the current trend for this year, unfortunately. Hello, Maria, empty nesting too. Thanks so much for joining. And lots of other people here in the chat. Hi, Deborah. I'm so glad you are here. It is wild to me that 46 people are watching. So I'm going to give myself a little bit of a shout out. If you would, please give that thumbs up button a press, make it blue, as Jeffrey would say. And don't forget to leave a comment down below after this video. So I know all of you guys are sitting here and you're dying for me to try some of these recipes. So we will get to that in just a second. I have them all here next to me and I'm ready to go. But I wanted to show some friend mail first before we do that. Hi, Gina. Thanks so much for popping in the chat tonight. Lots of great. Oh, and Carrie Owens is here, who has all started decorating their house for Christmas. Well, I haven't yet. I have all of my Thanksgiving die cuts still up, and I like to enjoy Thanksgiving while it lasts because I don't want the whole holiday season to just feel like it's flying by. But the day after Thanksgiving, believe me, I will start decking the halls for Christmas because it's going to be a lot of fun. And I just saw that Record Crate came in. Hello, Adam from Record Crate. Thanks so much for joining. Adam has a fabulous channel, so please go check out Record Crate if you love records. He's really an awesome channel to follow. I missed some chat here. What are you super excited about, Carrie? Let's see. I missed some chat here. Oh, you mailed a box too. Oh, that's wonderful. Great. Kim is going to have a lot and lots of boxes to open. Jamie's saying, I decorated for Thanksgiving today. Well, Jamie, no worries, because I just got in one of my Thanksgiving things that I wanted to display today. So no worries. There's still plenty of time. Thanksgiving isn't even till next week. So there's lots of time. Yes, I love Nate's new name. I think that's really clever. And Nate, it's awesome. It fits you. So everyone seems to like your new name. So let me open some friend mail. Now, this is a birthday friend mail. And Pamela, I'm glad you're here because this came from Pamela Blanchard. I think I had mentioned on my other live that I got something from Abby at Cozy Curated Cottage. And what it turned out to be was Pamela had gotten these from Abby and then had them sent to me for my birthday. So I'm all straight now. And I'm so excited to open this little package with this adorable mint green ribbon because this is just fabulous. So this was a wonderful birthday gift from Pamela Blanchard. And I'm so excited about that. And of course, Stephanie is here. Hello, Thrifting Adventures. Thanks so much for joining. I'm glad that you're in the chat. Yikes, I meant shucks. You know, that autocorrect gets the best of us, and I've been having a terrible time with autocorrect recently. I just don't know what's going on. But let's open this fabulous box. So the first thing that is attached to this package is this adorable vintage made in USA Gibson Santa card, and isn't he adorable? I'm going to put him in a flower frog. He is just fabulous. And it says, hi, Katie, enclosed is a belated birthday gift from Pamela on this cute little cherry note. I love this. This is just so darling. And of course, it has this awesome ribbon here. And I'm very excited to get these. This is just so cool. So Pamela, thank you so much for this. And in the box, I kind of half opened this already, just so that my address wasn't, exposed to the whole world of YouTube here. But we have, oh my word, 15 Christmas seals from Gibson. Look at this, 10 cents, you guys. Is that not absolutely amazing? Look at that. And it's foil. It's got that like foil seal. Oh, I just love this. I love all this old vintage Christmas stuff. It's amazing. No, Poodle, you didn't miss me. I'm so glad you're here. And I have not tried the Jell-O yet. So stand by. It is coming. And oh my word, is he not cute? A little knee hugger. I've never had a knee hugger before. He is fabulous in his striped pajamas. I just love him. He is going to look so cute in a little display. Oh my goodness, he is fabulous. And then I got something I think is just really cool. Of course, great bubble wrap I will be reusing, but look at these little Scotch tape tins, you guys. I've never seen these in the wild. They're little gift wrapping tapes, and they're adorable. Look at this one with the stars on the top. Oh my goodness, perfect for Christmas and of course all year around. This is fabulous. And I love my advertising tins. So thank you, Pamela, for this really sweet birthday gift. I appreciate it. Yes, it is. It's so darn cute. Thank you so much, Polly's projects. Nancy, my birthday is next week. Wow. I really need to get my dates together. It was last week, the 9th was when my birthday was. I turned all of 21. Jamie's saying, oh, how sweet. Yes, it was such a nice gift from Pamela. And she knows me so well because she knows I don't find the vintage Christmas here. Katie, the little elf and extra seals were from Abby. She added them as a surprise. Oh, Pamela, I'm so glad to know that. I'm sorry that I didn't get that right, but I'm glad to know now. So Abby and Pamela, thank you. That is just so sweet of everybody. Yes, they are vintage. So happy birthday. Thank you so much, Lenny Pie. And yes, very nice, Abby. Those are wonderful. They're just fun. And then I'm going to also show some things that I got from Fatbird Finds. And has anyone seen Vinny in the chat? I don't know if Vinny was able to make it tonight or not, but if he's here, I wanted to show this because of Vinny. Nate, no, I'm not 21. I turned 26 on November the 9th. I went to a yard sale this summer and got a few ornaments, went to cash out, and she took the knee hugger I found there away from me, changed her mind. I was like, okay, haha, so awkward. That would be awkward, Nicole. What do you do about that? Last year, and I keep sharing this because it's stuck with me. I went to an antique store and I found a Shiny Bright, and it was just the red Shiny Bright, plain, nothing fancy about it, not the indents, not the double indents, not the spaceships, nothing. And the lady, I took it up to the counter, and the lady goes, oh, that's going to be $35. And I was like, really? Because there weren't price tags, from this one booth. And I was like, I am not paying $35 for that one ornament. And the lady like took it away, and she like put it in the back counter, like they had to put it back now at the booth. And she just made the whole experience very awkward. I was like, I'm sorry, but $30 for the $1 is just, for the one ornament is insane. Who puts things for sale and then takes them away from you when you go to cash out? Yeah, Nicole, that never should have happened. That's just awkward for everybody. Hello, June. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Yeah, crazy. Exactly. For that many Shiny Brights, I just don't understand. I have not seen Vinny in any of the chats in the last day. Okay, thanks, Nancy. Vinny may be working. That's right. Well, I will save then. I got some things from Fatbird Finds, but I will save them. They're the vintage Valentines, and I'll save them for next week because I really want Vinny's reaction. Because if you were on Fatbird Finds live the other day that they did with the Valentines, They had a very, very saucy Valentine, and I want to show that while Vinny's here because I know the chat will just go crazy and y'all will have a bunch of fun with that. So I'll wait on that. Yeah, that's a bit overpriced. It really is, Jamie. Oh, Jay is having a live premiere sale tomorrow. Really? What time, Angela? That's exciting. I want to be there for Jay. Jay is awesome. Yes, I got mine really quickly. I was shocked when I opened up my mailbox today. And by the way, I am watching the time because I want to make sure that we can all get over to Nicole at Nesting Haven sale. So Nicole is in the chat and she is having a sale at 7:00 p.m. Eastern tonight. And so I want to make sure we get on over to that. So I'm going to be trying the Jello creations here in just a second. Also, George the Antique Nomad is having his premiere tonight at 8:00, which we all need our education from Uncle Professor George. So we'll make sure we get to that as well after Nicole's sale. And then I do believe that Thrift U has moved, so they are not having the sale tonight, but they will be having a sale Thursday instead. And for Jay, tomorrow, Jay at Dallas City Vintage, if you don't know his channel, he has a fabulous channel. He will be on tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Yours isn't arriving until Thursday, Carrie? That's strange. I don't know how I got mine that fast. And if you don't know, Carrie and I are talking about the vintage Valentines that we got from Fatbird Finds. I will never forget the time I saw a vase in the antique store for $28. It later showed up in another dealer's booth for $68. Wow, Tia Fane. So if you guys weren't watching the channel, I'll think of it, Tim, and over the years, geez, there's so many people in the community that it's really hard to keep track of everything. So I try to keep track of everybody. But Tim, and over the years, does an identifying vintage chat every Monday. And I believe it's at 6:00. And he goes live like 3 times on Monday. Well, he does the vintage identifying thing, and you can send in pictures, and he'll help you, along with everybody else in the chat, identify what's happened, what the item is that you have. And so I sent in a box that I got at an antique store for a very low price. And apparently it turns out that this wooden box that I have, and I shared it on Instagram, so if you're curious, you guys can go check that out. But it turns out that it is a rare, like, antique box from the 1800s, and it's a dowry box from India, and some places have it listed over $1,000. And of course, I don't know how you authenticate these things. So as someone else pointed in the chat, mine could be a reproduction, although mine has some serious age to it. So I kind of doubt that it is. I don't know, again, how you authenticate these things, but I mean, whether it's worth a lot or not, that's okay because it's just gorgeous and I love it. But it's all hand done and I just was blown away. I couldn't believe it. So it's a Malabar box from India, so I'm excited about that. Pink Elephant Parlor, Sandra joined the chat. Thank you, Pink Elephant Parlor. Thank you so much for joining. Yes, Poodle was saying she was blown away by that. Me too. I was really blown away. So hi, Susical. Thanks so much for joining. I love your little sloth picture. I think it's so cheery and happy. So lots of people in the chat now. We have 51 people watching, and I think it's the perfect time to try the Jello mold. So we've got the Jello mold and the show off casserole. So what I did was I filmed a video earlier today, and you guys saw that on my YouTube channel, where I went through the cooking process of actually making the Jello mold and the show off casserole. So I looked for a magazine that I could share with you guys, and I found this 1959 Better Homes and Gardens magazine, and I got it from Crafty Jackie. And in the magazine, there was a recipe for Food with a Flair Miracle Whip. It was an ad for Miracle Whip, and it had this really gross, nasty looking casserole. Now, I did get a comment from, I can't remember who it is now, and I'm sorry if I'm forgetting your name, but they said that they grew up in the 50s and 60s and they ate this, and then it may not be as bad as I'm thinking. So I am going to go in with an open mind, but I have to say, since I am the one that made it, I can tell you that it doesn't smell that great, and it definitely doesn't look very appetizing. So what we have here is the Jello mold. Now, I don't think the Jello mold is going to be that nasty because it does have just, sugar and fruit basically in it. But the whole idea of topping it with Miracle Whip sounds pretty gross because Miracle Whip is a salad dressing. And then we have the show off casserole, which is this, which has a concoction of ham and a whole variety of other things, which are pretty nasty. So I'm really not excited about that. The Jello looks good before the Miracle Whip, right? It does. That's, yes, it is. It's like an aspic. Susical, if you're wondering. I do have a napkin and a spit bucket ready because this just does not look good. Thank you for volunteering as tribute for the Jello salad adventures. Well, Carrie, you're very welcome. I'm going to be your test person. God bless you, Katie. Time to put wiggly things in your mouth. Yes. This stuff. Yikes is right. Katie is so great at sharing the love. Oh, thank you, Melody. Yes, please thumbs up. I'm not going to be like Jeffrey, but I'm half tempted to say, well, I'll eat it if I get 500 thumbs up. No, I'm just kidding. I'll go ahead and try it. The Jello looks, yes, it does, before the Miracle Whip. And Cheryl says it's freezing out. I need my panties. I'm working outside. Oh, no, Cheryl. Make sure you get a blanket or a good coat. Yeah. What did Carrie say? May the odds be ever in your favor, Nancy says. Good luck. Everybody's wishing me luck. Maybe the Jello will hire you for a commercial. Oh, that would be nice. Thrifting Adventures, Stephanie. I've always wondered what those recipes were like. I'm so excited for the review. May the force be with you. Okay, yes, I need all the force I can. With me. Oh, hi, Vinny. You're just in time because I have not tried the nastiness yet. So I'm glad you're here, Vinny. And Vinny's in the house. There is no way I would eat that. Well, it does not look suitable for human consumption. I'm just going to tell you. I can't even read some of the recipes with Jello with meat in it. Yeah, no. Vinny, I try to stand in for you and make interesting comments. Yes, Nancy. You tried your best to do the what would Vinny say. I don't think I can watch. Okay, guys, so here we go. I'm going to actually do the show off casserole first because that one is the main course, and then we'll do the dessert. Thank you, Chastity. I need all the luck I can. So this casserole had Miracle Whip in it, a hefty amount. It had cream of celery, cream of mushroom, chopped raw onions, chopped peppers, and sweet peas. Yeah, I think that was everything that was in it. So I've got my casserole dish here, and let me put the lid somewhere. Sorry, I'm going to have to reach over, guys. So this is what we've got. It's kind of jellied up. I don't want to spill it on my computer, so let me tilt this down so you guys can see. Yep, see that? As Poodle pointed out, there is nothing to really make it, hefty. So it's kind of like mushy. So that's going to be really interesting. And I've got my server here from Jeannie at Vintage. I keep wanting to say her old name, but Norma Jean +1, my Starburst server. So we're going to use that. And we're going to put a little bit on my plate. This does have chunks of ham in it. And no, that does not look very good. I'm not going to give myself too big of a helping because I don't think I'm going to like this. But I'm going to go in with an open mind, you guys. And then I have my Vintage Starburst silverware that I got from Michelle at Comfy Cozy Living and Abby at Cozy Curated Cottage. So we're going vintage here. Okay, guys, let's try this. Yeah, it's an American thing, and people did this back in the 50s. So if you start gagging, I'm going to start dying. Well, Vinny, here we go. Let's give it a try. So I've got my plate. This is so nasty, and there's a big chunk of onion in it. Okay, I'm going to get all of it. I'm going to get the onion, the pepper, the whole thing. I'm going to be brave here and not leave it behind. Ooh. Oh, God. That's really gross. Oh. Sorry, guys. I cannot eat the rest of that. Ooh. It's got a really nasty onion flavor. The onion overpowers the whole thing, and it's kind of gummy in your mouth because it's got like soup and milk that really doesn't work together. Ooh, no, no, no. That's really nasty. I'm going to take a drink of water. Oh, and the taste is still lingering. Ooh, okay. So my rating for this recipe is really low on the scale. So I have to give it a 2. And 2, guys, is being very generous. First of all, the Miracle Whip does not belong in there because it's too sweet. And the ham and the peas, okay, that would have been fine by itself. Like, I like ham and peas. Maybe in like a stew, but it's kind of, they say to just nuke it. So it's slightly warm. It's not like even hot. And the onion and the peppers just, ew, they don't go together. It's kind of gummy. That's what she said. Yep. No, it's really nasty. I'm glad you're laughing because it's so gross. It's so bad. Yeah, so Pam's asking if it was cooked. Well, it was nuked. So the recipe says that you serve this slightly warmed, whatever that means. So I just nuked it in the oven before the live for about 20 minutes. So it really wasn't very warm. So yeah, no, that was just disgusting. I'm sorry, I couldn't even finish it. And I really wanted to try to like it, but nope. I'm going to take a drink. Oh my God, it really was just so nasty. And it's salty. That's the thing. And there wasn't any seasoning. Like, they didn't tell you to season it at all, but you're getting the saltiness from the ham. I can't tell if she liked it or not. Well, Nate, I certainly didn't. Oh, the napkin, gotta eat it. I'm sorry. And it's rude to spit things out. But yeah, you had a lot of onion. Well, they said to put 2 tablespoons of onion, but that's just all onion. And it's not even cooked onions. Brave for you, Wendy, if you would try it. Elderly Poodle says, into the napkin. Read Katie's new book. Trisha said, it would have been so much better served with the... Well, see, now that's interesting. The recipe did say that it had parsley rice, but it didn't say to serve it over the rice. It was just like the rice was a side dish to the main dish with the ham. So I don't know. They didn't. A shot of tequila is appropriate. I might need that after I ate this. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I don't know the parsley rice, Trisha. It doesn't say that you serve it over it. It's more like it's with it. And you see in the magazine here that it has it served separately, like in a divided dish. So I don't know. I maybe should have made the parsley rice, but I don't even know that that would have helped it because it's just such a weird concoction of things. Yuck. Thank you, Tony. Yes, my face says it all. It was gross. I'm glad to be adventurous for you all. This explains why my generation is eating disorders. Well, imagine being stuck in the table, being stuck at the table in the 50s, and your parents are like, you got to finish all of that before you get up. I mean, that was a lot of the mentality because you didn't waste food because, of course, there were other people who were starving that needed the food. So imagine having to sit there as a kid and endure that. And, I just can't imagine. Well, thanks, Misty, for joining. Braver than I am. Yes, well, it was pretty gross. So now we're going to try the Jell-O mold. Hey, Crafty Jackie, thanks so much for joining. So here's the Jell-O mold. Now, Jamie, the onions and peppers. Yeah, Louie would not feel well after that if I gave it to her. And you know what? I don't even know if she would eat this because it's a whole other breed of, ugh. Okay, now here's the Jell-O mold. Now, I'll tell you, it didn't come out of the mold very beautifully. So, I mean, we kind of have a blob. A big blob of Jell-O here. So it's not pretty. It doesn't have that nice fancy design like you see in the magazines, but we are going to try it. Now, if you saw in the magazine here, they want you to put Miracle Whip on top. So that is what I'm going to do. I have a big old jar of Miracle Whip, and I don't even like stuff. And I'm going to slather it on the top of this. So we're going to get, it says to get a nice kind of like hefty amount. And we're going to put this right on top of this Jell-O mold. So here we go. I'm going to tilt this down so you guys can see. This is so gross. So they want you to spread it around, I guess like icing on a cake. Let me get some more because clearly I don't think that's enough. Which is the last words, right? Oh my gosh, this is so bad. So we're just getting a whole heaping spoonful of Miracle Whip here. And we're going to spread this all over the top of the mold. Oh my Lord. Okay, so that's spread. And I'm going to get myself a nice big serving of it with my Starburst server from Jeannie. And now this has peaches, canned peaches, cherries, Jell-O, and Miracle Whip, and it's got mandarin oranges. So that the fruit part of it honestly doesn't sound that bad, but it's the Miracle Whip part that I can't get over that. So let me get a spoon here. Got my Starburst spoon, and we're ready to get going here and try this. Now I'm going to try to get everything in the thing on it. So no Cool Whip, apparently. Miracle Whip is the thing to do, Misty. I don't know why. It's food with a flair, so the Miracle Whip is the obvious choice. If that was whipped cream instead of Miracle Whip, exactly, Jamie. I'd be just fine if it were Cool Whip. I could probably eat this all day long because I don't dislike Jell-O. Hi, Michelle. You like Miracle Whip, but not on this. Yes, Miracle Whip is, a lot of people think of it as a mayo, but it's actually a salad dressing, and it's just not my favorite. I am a big fan of Duke's mayonnaise, and I don't know why people ate this in the 50s. I just can't imagine. Yes, Pamela, I think, uses Duke's as well. Okay, they didn't have Cool Whip then. Well, you still could have made your own homemade whipped cream. It's not that hard to do. Every time, everything in the thing. Well, again, that's what she said. That's right. Venny, we need your shirts. What would Venny say? All right. Are you guys ready for this? Because I don't know that I am. So we've got a bite of the maraschino cherries. We got the peaches. And we're going to get some Miracle Whip. Help me. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. No, that is a no. Now, let me tell you, it would have been fine with the fruit and the Jell-O, not with the Miracle Whip. That Miracle Whip is gross on there. Ugh. I'm sorry. That's not any good. That's so disgusting. Ooh. Yeah, that is not for me. I'm sorry, guys. I really wanted to like it. I did. I wanted to be like, oh, this is not that bad. You guys should try it. But nope. That is just a nope. Sorry. Harry Owen saying, I got screenshots of the before and after. You should send those to me, Carrie. Oh my goodness. Miracle Whip is gross. It's so nasty. It has this like aftertaste. This is awful. Try it without the Miracle Whip now. Okay, well, I'll do that. No. Katie looks like she's on the fence with this one too, Nate. My mom put Miracle Whip even in potato salad. Oh, no. Katie, look. Venny, you could let us know in the chats about merch. Yes. Jeannie, you are missing some really nasty recipes from the 50s, but I am using your 1950s Starburst silverware, and I'm loving it, so it's perfect for this. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Carrie saying you got the underside of the Jello and try it without the whip. So I'm going to try it without the Miracle Whip now. Thank you. You are our hero. Oh my gosh. And it's the Miracle Whip that makes it gross. It's not the stuff in it, but the Miracle Whip has a really nasty taste to it, and it just gets in your mouth and it won't leave. It's so bad. Oh, I was optimistic. Okay, so I'm going to give this a fair shake. I am. I'm going to try this with just the stuff itself. Make that for family Thanksgiving for the ones you don't like. That's my friend Chastity. Yes, Chastity, that would be a very good gift for people that you're on the fence about. A French friend of mine says Kewpie. Kewpie is as close to French mayo that you can buy. I'm really sorry I ate dinner before this. Oh no, I didn't eat dinner. I can't have a partnership with YouTube for merch until 10,000 subs. Oh, Vinny, that's all those rules are really hard. It just gets in your mouth and it won't leave. Kim, oh my gosh. What would Vinny say? Okay, here we go. So now I'm going to give this another fair shake. I'm going to clean my spoon here so that I don't have any Miracle Whip, because that's what's making this disgusting is the Miracle Whip. It's not the Jello thing. So let me get, I kind of messed this up because I put Miracle Whip over the whole thing. Let me get a bite without the Miracle Whip. Let's see. Okay, here we go. I got a little section of it. Now, I do like maraschino cherries, so this with just the Jello and the cherries can't be that bad. Oh, boy. I shouldn't have put Miracle Whip on the whole thing. Okay, let me get a good chunk here. Now, let's try this. I'm going to give it a fair shake. I'm going to wipe off the Miracle Whip. So here's a fair shake, guys, okay? Yeah, that's actually not bad. That's fine. It's just sugar on sugar on sugar. It's Jello and those sweet cherries you get on top of your milkshakes, and it's really fine. That actually is good. I would eat that again. 10 out of 10 for that. Now, the Miracle Whip, that can go somewhere because that's just so gross. Yeah, Jello and fruit is fine. It's really just fine. It's just Miracle Whip. And actually, what is in Miracle Whip? Let me see. It says water, soybean oil, high fructose corn syrup, vinegar, modified cornstarch, eggs, salt, natural flavor, mustard flour, potassium sorbate, paprika, spiced, and diced garlic. Well, that explains why that isn't good on something that's sweet. I like raspberry and orange Jello. It's good, but not with the Miracle Whip. So if you're going to try this, don't put the Miracle Whip on top. And actually, you'll enjoy it. It will be fine, unless you're like Benny and you don't care for Jello. Cheater, now follow that up with a Miracle Whip shooter. No, Gretchen. No. You should try to wash the Miracle Whip off the fruit Jello. Run it under warm water in the sink. No, Carrie, it will melt the Jello. I said that on my video earlier, but my grandmother's family member once tried to get Jello out of a mold and it didn't work. So she ran it under hot water and the whole thing just melted down the drain. So that's what happens to Jello if you put it under warm water. But Nancy was saying that you have to use like very lukewarm water and do it very quickly and then it will pop out. No worries, Pam. Nancy saying in the 50s, you suddenly had this massive and booming middle class. The massive advertising industry we take for granted was pushing hard back then to do anything to sell a product. Well, I mean, I have to say, like they made this for the time. Like it doesn't look very appetizing now, but for the time, like that was a pretty attractive photograph. And I would imagine that a lot of people did buy Miracle Whip because it was a household product and they did make some of these things. It says, food with a flair. It's a snap to prepare with light, lively Miracle Whip. So I don't know. Let me know, guys, what I should try next. I really want to try, because this doesn't look all that great either. I really want to try this. Now, this is Carnival Cream, and it is ketchup with sugar and vanilla and eggs and cherries. So that's really not all that appetizing looking, but I might have to try that next. Also, we got some cold tomato soup punch. That could be very interesting. I don't know about that. Oh, Penny. You're always keeping us laughing. I'm pretty sure that's what's inside the nuclear reactors. Oh, Jamie. Try cold water. Well, that might help. Um, I have COVID and cannot taste, but I could not eat that. Oh, Tony, I'm so sorry you have COVID. That's horrible. We will all be thinking about you. That's awful. I can't imagine going through that. Soulmate saying, wouldn't have thought that Jello, you were the Jello shot type. Jackie, are you doing Jello shots? Is that what I'm hearing in the chat? I tried ketchup on peanut butter once. It was gross. Certain peanut butter things are really not meant to go together either. This one needs to be an ongoing series. Jamie, I might just make this an ongoing series along with the books because you guys have seemed to really enjoyed that. You have enjoyed that immensely. So what in the world were they thinking? I don't know, Debbie, but Miracle Whip just doesn't belong on things. Remember the Friends episode when Monica was paid to create recipes with mock chocolate and it tasted horrible? Yes, I do remember that episode. And she tried so hard, but all of it was just nasty. Well, I'm going to share a few things before I get off the live because I do want to make sure that we make it to Nicole at Nesting Haven sale coming up at 7. So I'm going to be watching the time for that. But Vinny, what made you try that? That's what I'm wondering, Vinny. What did you decide all of a sudden to try? I was 8 years old and was curious about it. Well, at 8, yes, that makes a lot of sense. Nurse got sick. We make bed patients. Oh, no. Tony, I am so sorry. I really do hope that you get better. We are all going to be praying for you and thinking about you. And I'm so glad you're able to at least have some fun in the chat here. Yes, makala is so nasty, I'm sure, in real life. I don't even know if someone's tried to recreate that from the show. Have you guys ever had spaghetti tacos from the show iCarly? And for all of you guys that don't know what I'm talking about, there was a show that I watched, of course, growing up, and it was called iCarly. And basically in the show, the brother always made these spaghetti tacos, and it was spaghetti basically in a taco shell. And I know a bunch of people have tried this, but I got the bug to try it one time, and I have to say it is not that bad. It's not as bad as you think. Cheese whiz and peanut butter sandwiches. Dad ate them. Yeah, my dad and I love those peanut butter crackers you get like out of the vending machine. And so that was always a big treat in the summer for me growing up, is Dad would get those for me and we'd have them together when I go visit him at the office. And I know nowadays it's probably not even real peanut butter that's in there, but it is good. Oh, pickle sandwiches. I've heard a lot about that. Some people actually like pickle sandwiches. My cousins used to eat butter sandwiches. My mom swears they were trying to make up for the missed nutrients. Butter sandwiches, though, are so good. I grew up with that. My mom she'd get a piece of bread and she'd spread the butter and she'd make sure you got to get to all the edges of the corners, you can't miss a corner. And she'd mash it up and it was just so good. Butter sandwiches or the cinnamon sugar toast. That's another thing that I really like. We put sugar on top of bread. Yeah, I do too. Sugar and cinnamon and butter. It's really good. I used to make Cocoa Puffs, peanut butter sandwiches as a kid. So good. Elvis, I think he's known for those peanut butter banana sandwiches. Yes, we are praying for a speedy recovery, Tony. I'm so sorry. Peanut butter and marshmallow fluff. You know what? That's what my friend Chastity does. She puts peanut butter and marshmallow fluff together. Chastity was there for the night we did spaghetti tacos. That's my friend in the chat. And yeah, she did not care for it. I didn't think it was that terrible, but it wouldn't be something I would eat every day. Yeah, bacon does go really well with banana and chocolate. So I'm a genuine peanut butter pickle and cheese sandwiches fan. Cinnamon toast is so yummy. Yes, it is. So, Venny, since you are in the chat, I'm going to show these now because I think that you will get a giant kick out of this. So, I'm sorry I got to reach out of frame here for a second, guys. I got these vintage Valentines, and I'll be showing more next week, but I'll go ahead and show these now, the ones that I want Venny to see since he's here. So, Venny, you missed a really funny live the other day. Fatbird Finds had a pop-up Valentine's Day sale, and they were doing Valentines, and you could get a couple of them. And they pulled up one, and everyone in the chat was saying, what would Venny say? We were all dying laughing. And there was just so many things that were, slightly off color. That I'm sure in the 50s, they weren't sitting there thinking about this. But nowadays, we certainly look at this and think something isn't right here. So this vintage Valentine's is made in the USA. And here's the tagline on the Valentine's. It says, refreshing and sweet and can't be beat. Now, I want you to look at this. Venny, I can't wait to hear your reaction. So you got this really adorable Valentine's, but the lady's straw is just poorly placed in this. And the tagline is not exactly the best thing in the world for this kind of Valentine. And I think that they were going for the whole soda jerk ice cream vibe, but something isn't quite designed correctly here. So we've got this vintage Valentine, refreshing and sweet and can't be beat. Okay, Venny's saying, oh dear Lord, the straw is in the wrong place. I know, that's what we all said. And it's flocked. So it's got this like velvety flock texture. Hi, Sammy's Unique Finds. Thanks so much for joining. Nancy. Oh my gosh, yes. I didn't think the way they didn't, Jeannie, they didn't think the way we do now. But unfortunately, everybody sees this and we can't help but think, oh my gosh, that is a terrible design. Her milkshake brings all the boys to the yard can. That's hilarious. Maybe they did it on purpose. Maybe someone was sitting there thinking, well, let's see what we can come up with that will be slightly off color. Oh my gosh. Hold it to your lap, please. Comments. Oh, yes, if you're watching on the computer. So I'm going to hold it over here so you guys can see it. Yep, refreshing and sweet and can't be beat. Okay, now for the other one, Venny. Kim's killing me, and Nate, and Venny, and everybody else in the chat that's having a good time. So the other one, Venny, now this one is fun. It says, your sugar and spice and everything nice, Valentine's Day Sunday. So we've got this Valentine's Day card here. And this was made by Double Glow, made in the USA. I think that's the same company that does a lot of the vintage Christmas. And then on the inside, you've got your peaches and cream and a bachelor's dream. Say you'll be mine, my Valentine. And then you have so delicious, sweets to treats, super duper special, Tootsie Fruitsy, okay, twin hearts in a glass by yourself, and lover's delight. So we got some interesting things going on. Now, what I think is funny is this was signed by Mama. It looks like Ralph, but I don't think that's right. Mama Ralph or Mama Rudolph. Can anybody, I know it's not Rudolph, but can anybody say that? And then all okay, Thursday at 9 a.m. is written on the back. So obviously somebody didn't understand that this was a Valentine's, and they were also going to write a note. So that you've got this Valentine and then you've got some sort of note. So whatever was all okay is happening at Thursday at 9 a.m. And then we also have, and I've got to wrap up soon because I know Nicole's sale is going to happen soon. But this one is, Dear Valentine, you could keep me on my toes forever. And I'm trying to hold it so you guys can see it correctly because it's hard when you're on StreamYard, the camera's reversed. Oh, a comment wins all, Vinny. Tootsie Fruitsy. Yeah, I don't know what that was all about. Uh, where is his other hand, Nancy? That's what I'm wondering. Things are very interesting here. Also, you don't see half of the woman. So maybe that's where his other hand is. I don't know. That's just very strange. 9 a.m. Rendezvous date. Oh my God, Kim. Yes. This is not right. That card is so funny. It really is. What did Gretchen say? I missed something Gretchen said. Gretchen, oh my gosh. The comments are hysterical, you all. This is so fun. So, and now you've got this woman dancing, and I just think that's kind of fun. This was from, oh man, I know how to read cursive, but I just cannot read this. Something ALAM. And Vinny, I have to say, this looks like that woman's last name. And if you're watching the lady that has the last name that starts with the F, I am sorry. We do not know how to pronounce your name. I'm really, really sorry. And I didn't mean to time you out the other day when I thought you were saying the F word, because now I know you're not. You're just a wonderful buyer and a wonderful friend to all of our sales. But this definitely looks like that last name that I'm not going to even try to say. So I don't know. This is funny. This was also made by Double Glow, that made a lot of the Christmas things. I'm glad you guys are having fun. These are very naughty. I blame Katie and her camera for all this rivalry. Oh, that's so funny, Tia Fane. Katie and her camera was really naughty this week. I have to say, very saucy book with the marijuana and all that going on. Yeah, definitely. Well, ask Pamela. Where'd it go? Ask Pamela Blanchard to read it out loud. I died the other day when Kelly Michelle is Pamela Blanchard's daughter, for all of you guys that don't know. And I was watching her live, and Vinny kept typing that in the chat. And Pamela wasn't going to read it, but then Kelly didn't know what it was, so she started to read it. I was just cracking up laughing. I'm like, oh my gosh. Alan Flunk, maybe. I don't know. We can make anything naughty. Well, probably. Gotta scoot. Okay, guys. Well, speaking of that, I've been on for almost an hour. And if I'm reading my clock correctly, it's 7:29. And I really don't want anyone to miss, of course, Nicole's sale at Nesting Haven. That is happening in just 2 or 3 minutes here. And so I want to make sure we all get over to that. I've got a stack of vintage Valentines, so we'll look at those next week on my live. So don't worry about that. And I will continue this cooking series, so we will try more recipes. I am going to be giving this food to my elderly neighbor. She does love this stuff, and she won't mind eating it, so I'll drop it off at her door. She'll have a nice hot meal tonight, and it won't go to waste, so don't worry about that. I'm not going to throw it away. We're not wasting food here, so I will give it a good home, and I'm glad you guys all had so much fun. So check out Nicole at Nesting Haven, sale happening at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and of course, George the Antique Nomad is having his premiere at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so we don't want to miss that. And I will see you all in the chat soon. But for now, as always, stay tuned, stay safe, stay tuned. Oh, my goodness. Stay in, stay safe, and binge YouTube. Second time's the charm. Bye now.